Hey guys, just real quick before this video starts, want to let you know this video was recorded about 7 months ago in February, and I've since moved on to a 2017 Mk6 Golf R. Took me a while to get around to editing this video, but hope you guys enjoy, and more content to come on the Mk6. Thank you. What's up, guys? Hi, Noah. It's my doggy. Today I want to talk about my Golf R Mk6. Been about a year since I got it, so I just want to do a little 1-year ownership review. So yeah, let's go take a look. Got the Mk6 right here. Sorry, I'm trying to get the camera angle here. It's really a great car, honestly. Really have no complaints. The only thing is the shifters. I mean, I haven't done shifter mods on this car ever, but it's kind of loose. You don't really know what's going on sometimes. And the clutch feels kind of trash too. But it is an upgraded clutch, so that will happen. You know, just how it is. Obviously, this car sounds really freaking good. I can't push it too hard. The car's not really warm. I did drive it earlier, but it's been like an hour or so. If anyone else is looking to get into a Mk6, you know, they maybe don't want the Mk7 or it's out of their price range, definitely would recommend it. You see this one here, it does have 140,000 miles. Overall, it's in good condition. Yeah, I'll talk more when we get over to the spot about the actual experience I've had with the car, but just as it goes, you know, I've been daily driving this car for about a year now. Got it March of last year. What the hell? What the are you what? Okay, I don't know if you guys saw that, but some guy was just turning left from this lane, my lane, not the left lane there, for the left turn. Okay, you know what? You gotta love living in LA. It's, as you can hear, this car sounds kind of crazy. But yeah, basically it's just simple things like the car, it has a nice manual transmission, obviously has the Bluetooth. Its sound system's not too bad, actually. Yeah, I love the shifter. It got a nice little shifter on it. Review. So yeah, this car is my daily driver. It's my only car, or now it's not my only car, but it was my only car at the time. Great daily driver, like I said. It's comfortable, it's practical. You know, you got the hatchback. You could easily fit 4 people in this car, even 5 if you kind of want to, but it's not as comfortable. For a small car, like, it really does not show it. Yeah, so it's definitely practical. It's a lot of fun. Obviously, it's manual. It makes some cool noises. Definitely makes some cool noises. Like, it has been a great daily driver. No complaints, really. You know, it is your German car, so you do have to give it a little more love and care as far as maintenance goes. But it's fun. It's practical, you know, like there's crazy amounts of room in the trunk here. As you can see. Yeah, I mean, I really can't complain with this thing. I've loved it for the past year. It's been a great car. I've done a lot of work to this car, but it's not necessarily out of necessity. I haven't had anything break on me. I did have a smoking issue for a sec, but that was just the injectors. Car was running rich. Other than that, it was all just preventative maintenance. Yeah, so it's the first iteration of the Audi 2.0 or Audi Volkswagen 2.0 liter, and they do have time belts as well as cam chains for the cam timing. I don't really know how it works. Yeah, as I mentioned, timing belt, very important when you get to this mileage. If I had a specialist do it for me, along with the water pump belts, tensioners, all the good stuff. Then I had him do the valve cover gasket because I did the cam chain at the same time with the tensioner, and then obviously replace the cam follower. Common issues. So you got to replace the cam follower like every 15,000 miles if you're tuned, which I am about. PCV was replaced right before I got the car, but this is a common failure point on these cars, as well as just like any Audi, Volkswagen. Your ignition system does wear fast, especially if you're tuned. I did opt, like coilpacks didn't go bad, but I did opt for some R8 coil packs, just so I didn't have to worry about that later on down the line. The front rotors were worn, so I replaced those, put some nice red pads on it. Rear pads were replaced before I got the car. I did all 4 tires, it's normal. What else? I had the rear wheel hubs. Wheel hub bearing assembly was fucked up. So recently what I did was, like I mentioned, I did have a smoking problem with the car. So I did actually swap all 4 injectors, as well as I cleaned, or I had someone clean the intake valves. So it is a direct injected motor, just like any modern Audi, Volkswagen. And the intake valves do have to be cleaned periodically. I didn't really have any symptoms of it, but I was swapping injectors, so I was like, might as well do it while I'm in there. So I had that done, and then I had my oil leak repaired, which was a leak coming from the oil filter housing. So those injectors were really the only thing that failed on me in the past year. Everything else was just preventative maintenance. I'm just kind of super on top of maintenance, and I don't like, you know, headaches, so I just do it before it becomes one. That's just how you have to be with these cars. Yeah, so reliability has been fairly good, and I've been tuned for close to 10,000 miles now, so I've had no issues. I haven't replaced the high pressure fuel pump. That's the one thing I haven't done, but I was gonna do that with an upgraded part, so I could put the launch control and stuff, and then I was gonna do the intercooler. But since I did buy a Mk6 Golf R, I don't have a point for that anymore. Yeah, so that's the reliability portion out of the way. But obviously, you know, I always kept oil. These cars do burn oil. This car was not that bad. I didn't really know what was burning, what was leaking, but since I had that oil leak going on, these cars can last a long time. Like yeah, this car may have 140,000 miles, but when I did the spark plugs actually recently, I did the compression test, and I came back with 180 psi all 4 cylinders, which is really good. Like the motor is literally good to go another 100,000 miles easy. The turbo probably won't last that long. I don't know if this turbo has been replaced or not, but I haven't had any issues. This puppy hits 26 psi, no day, all day, no problem. And that's not even on a full stage 2 map. So yeah, that's kind of my review with the reliability aspect. So I'd say overall I'd give this thing like a 7 out of 10 with that. I mean, I've never been left stranded, but there are little headaches going on, and it's just gonna happen, especially if you get a higher mileage one. If you get a lower mileage one, really they have nothing to worry about. These things are solid German built vehicles. I know people like to complain about them, but literally all you have to do with these things is just change your oil, stay on top of your maintenance, and they will serve you well. Like, honestly, I've come to love these cars a lot, and I don't even want to sell this thing. Every time I drive it, I'm like, it's so much fun. And the noises it makes are great. I'll put some driving clips later, but for now, so that's the reliability portion of the car. So one more time, just to go over the big ticket items for maintenance on this car. So main things, one more time: timing belt, ignition system, cam follower. Make sure to service your Haldex. Another thing, oil changes, consistent. I would say, depending how hard you drive and if you're modified or not. I did it every 4,000 to 5,000 miles, but some people do it less, some people do it more. It's really up to you, but I know Volkswagen suggests 10,000 miles, which is atrocious. I would never wait that long. Yeah, it's literally just being consistent with these things, and they treat you well. I forgot to mention, of course, is if you do any performance mods, you do have to replace the clutch. If you're doing performance mods, you have to replace the clutch. These stock clutches cannot handle any power at all. So that's something to keep in mind. But yeah, so let's just go for a little drive. Obviously, these cars sound really good when you modify them. I have the full turbo back exhaust from CTS. So you lay onto it, you obviously get that nice the nice turbo growl. Oh my god, I'm gonna miss how this thing sounds. Oh, it's so awesome. This thing is really a joy to drive. Modify it like stock, this car was so dead. Like, I mean, it wasn't necessarily boring or unfun, but it's just like, it's a whole different car when you mess with the exhaust and tuning softwares and all that stuff. I just want to drive the car, show you guys what it sounds like inside the cabin. They do pop, like this thing does not have the burble tune added to it, then it just pops like crazy and sounds like an AK-47. Cars sound fucking incredible. It's honestly a joy, you know. Got the red matching. Ah man, I'm gonna miss this thing. But yeah, that's kind of it with the car. This would be great for a German car enthusiast who just wants something that's fun, practical, relatively cheap, reliable. I mean, like I mentioned, I have put a lot of money in maintenance in this car, but it's all been preventative maintenance. I just don't like dealing with headaches. Like these cars are solid as can be. You just got to take care of them with your routine services. I've probably said that 100 times now, but like seriously, like I can't stress that enough. As far as the 4-cylinder goes, I really do think this thing sounds great, especially knowing that the new platform doesn't sound that good, unfortunately. But yeah, just here's this. The steering wheel is my favorite part of the car, honestly. Yeah, there's a squeaky brake, and I do have a boost gauge here, so I can monitor my boost, obviously.